Hello and welcome to this channel. I am Dr. MD. So the question is, what would actually happen to your body if you really gave up sugar? I mean completely for 2 weeks. Let's take a look at that. Number 1, you are going to lose your appetite to sugar. Why? Because every time you consume sugar, a hormone comes in there and pushes your blood sugar down, causing a low blood sugar situation known as hypoglycemia. And this hypoglycemia, to some degree, it is gonna cause you to crave sugar. So by getting rid of sugar, you get rid of this craving of sugar. Number 2, you're gonna be less hungry. Until you do this, you won't really fully know. But I am telling you, it is the sugar that keeps you hungry all the time. When you give up the sugar, you become a lot less hungry. Why? Because you stabilize your blood sugars and now your cells can be actually fed, because when you are living on sugar, sugar is toxic to the body. The body starts rejecting it. That is called as insulin resistance. So the body is blocking insulin because that controls sugar, and what your body is really trying to do is to limit amount of sugar inside the cell. So the body doesn't consider it a good thing. It's a bad thing. So when you give up, this thing could reverse. And not only can you now absorb proper amount of fuel, you'll absorb nutrients a lot better too, because insulin resistance also blocks nutrients, minerals, vitamins, and that's one of the function of insulin. Number 3, you can have less fatigue, especially after eating a meal. When you are eating sugar on a regular basis, usually you are gonna be tired after you eat, and that is blood sugar thing. But you are gonna find that you are no longer gonna need the sugar, and but you are gonna find that you are no longer gonna be that tired after you eat. It just means that now you are no longer having higher sugar, which basically makes the brain tired. It's normal sugar, and now your brain can be awake. Number 4, you are gonna lose excessive water and fat. For the first week, you are gonna dump a lot of water and some fat, but after that, it's gonna be more and more fat loose. You're gonna be surprised how much fluid you are retaining. Some people within a week can lose about 13 pounds of fluid, roughly 2.5 to 3 kgs. They are holding that fluid around, and that can't be that healthy for the heart. Of course, you're gonna see your clothes loosening, especially on the midsection. Your gut, your waist, one of the best indicators to tell you if you are doing too much of sugar. If you reduce the sugar, the stomach shrinks. If you eat the sugar, your stomach will expand. Number 5, enhanced mood. So if you were grouchy before, you are gonna be a lot calmer, less stressed, and you are gonna be actually nice to be around. That's good. Also, your cognitive function will improve. So you are gonna feel more focused. You can have more concentration. You will be less attention deficit and more attentive to focus on your projects. Number 6, your skin is gonna look much better. You are gonna have less acne, your skin's gonna glow, and that's just a reflection of what happens when you consume sugar. Your insulin goes up, and also the hormone androgens, and we are talking about males. Androgen will go up, and that's gonna create acne. In a male body, the increased insulin will lower testosterone, so you're gonna have other problems that are associated with low testosterone. Number 7, you have less stiffness. So you are gonna have less inflammation, you are gonna have less pain. So what's happening is, all we are doing is we are converting your fuel from sugar to fat. It takes 3 days, okay, of cutting down the carbohydrates and the sugar. You may have worsening of the symptoms for 3 days, okay. So guys, anyone can actually handle 3 days. So it is gonna be relatively easy. At the cellular level, you are building a new enzyme to run your body of fat fuel. That's what happening here. You have a little machines that are literally changing over a different fuel source. That's what's happening over these 2 weeks. You are getting decreased inflammation in your arteries. Less inflammation, it's gonna help you in the long run prevent a clot or plaque, and help reduce the risk of stroke and heart attack. Also, you will start growing brain cells. Why? Because when you reduce sugar, then you run your body in a different source of fuel called ketones, and ketones supporting the growth of nerve cells. All right, next one, the liver. You are going to start dumping some of the fats that's been accumulating in your liver, and you are going to use that as fuel. So you are on your way to cleaning out the liver, so it's no longer fatty acid. By the way, as a side note, if you have a large belly, chances you are having a fatty liver are so high. So by doing this, you will reduce the fat inside your liver, and lastly, you are going to have better kidney function. Take a look at a diabetic.